God, I've never watched this dude's videos outside of that one time Vosh covered him, and I don't think Vosh is ever covering this dude again because his accent makes Vosh want to kill himself. But he's a pretty big Warhammer YouTuber. I don't know much about Warhammer. He's got 224k subs, so he's got a pretty big sub count. I don't know anything about Warhammer. If you want to hear about Warhammer, go watch Vosh, okay? He's the Warhammer guy, okay? But apparently Warhammer is like this really, is like a world. It's an IP. There's like games, there's like there's like figurines and shit that you paint, like the little figurines that you can buy and you can paint. It's really I don't know enough. I don't know anything about it. Okay, I know there's games of it and stuff too, and there's a lot of lore to it as well. So this guy mostly does videos about the lore of Warhammer, but he's also like a big reactionary, and apparently he's a Nazi. I don't remember if he's a Nazi. I don't know if he believes the Jews are responsible for everything, but I know he's at least a white nationalist. Like he wants to shut down all immigration. He believes that like brown people are like gonna outbreed white people and white genocide. That's a thing. Like I know he believes in that stuff, but I don't know much more than that, other than the fact that he has a very annoying accent. So this is a video by him. It's called "Lives Matter, Black, Brown, and Yes, Even White," and it's him trying to defend the statement "White Lives Matter." So prepare yourselves for an annoying accent.
White Lives Matter is now a controversial statement. Not only that, it is a far-right statement.
Oh god, he's doing the fake laughing thing. Why do you do this? What? Are you doing it to pad for time? Or to, like, make your argument sound like it's better because whatever you're arguing against sounds laughable? This is like Sargon level strats here, my dude. Like, the fake laugh is just making me cringe. It's not making your argument seem, like, strong. Wait, okay, alright. So, white lives matter. White lives matter. Why is white lives matter racist? Well, now obviously, if we look at the statement white lives matter on a surface level, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like if you're a white person, yeah, I mean, yeah, your life matters. All lives matter even. All lives do matter, you know? Barring certain people, maybe, we can make the case, but I mean, broadly speaking, sure, all lives do matter, but why are white lives matter and all lives matter such controversial statements? Well, because these phrases, and blue lives matter as well, these phrases were popularized as a response to the statement Black Lives Matter. So you have all these issues that black people face. We've already brought it up once in the stream, but I might as well bring up the research document that I yoinked from Vosh. I mean, you have all of this data and all this bullshit with, systemic racism against black people, ranging everywhere from the justice system to housing to schooling, all across the board. This is undeniable. This is backed up by basically every academic there is. Then you have people talking about these issues, saying, yes, Black Lives Matter. We need to raise awareness for these people. And then you have a bunch of white people, many of them of which are like proud Nazis, your Richard Spencer types, your Milo Yiannopoulos types, come out and say, all lives matter, or white lives matter as a response to that. And you wonder, why is white lives matter a controversial statement? Why is it all of a sudden racist? Because the intention of those who are saying it is to obfuscate the messaging of Black Lives Matter, to muddy the water and make it seem like it's a white versus black thing. It's never been white versus black. It's always been black people specifically are facing a disproportionate amount of issues. We need to acknowledge those issues, and then a group of people who are either okay with those issues or too stupid to realize they exist, trying to muddy the water and make it so it seems like some kind of race war type issue. And it's not. It never has been.
Yes, that's correct. This is reality right now. This is apparently the case.
Can I do this? Like, dude, this is a scripted video, isn't it? This is a pre-recorded, uploaded video, edited, prepared content video. I have to record stuff live, and he's just like repeating himself, saying, "Yes, oh yeah, apparently this is the case." Sometimes I reiterate myself from time to time. I get that. That's a thing I do. But regardless, I feel like I do a pretty good job, despite not having the best speaking skills in the world and the most public speaking experience, keeping on subject and keeping the line of argumentation going without just repeating myself over and over and over again.
How did we arrive at this? Well, before we even get to that, let's just read this little article here. I have tried hard not to comment on any of the recent nonsense. The chaz, the insanity, the riots, the looting, the craziness. I've tried very hard, but this is just...
I like how he mentions chaz, riots, and looting, but doesn't mention police brutality, injustice in the court system, and systemic racism. The only thing relevant to this guy are chaz, the looting, and the rioting. Interesting.
Too insane not to at least just go like, oh come on, this isn't the thing, right? But no, it is. So Burnley Football Club strongly condemns the actions of those responsible for the aircraft and offensive banner that flew over the Etihad Stadium on Monday evening.
This is a fake accent, right? I'm of the opinion that all like English accents are fake. Like the rest of them are all real. Like all the other UK British accents, or whatever. But specifically English accents are all fake. Every single one of them. I know you guys are faking it. I know you're faking it. Okay, I know it. But I know for a fact this guy is double faking it, doing the push tongue roll. My name is ArchWarhammer, and today we're going to talk about White Lives Matter. These SJWs are... He's Norwegian? Wait, no, he's actually doing a fake British accent then. Wait, he's Norwegian. So he's legitimately doing an actual fake British accent right now. He doesn't even have like a normal British accent. Well, he doesn't just talk like this whenever he's talking normally, and put on like the posh accent whenever he's doing his videos. Oh my god, that is hilarious. That is actually hilarious.
This being the offensive...
Also, holy shit, he's doing the same thing Geeks and Gamers did. He's just recording himself, unedited, reading a fucking article, and this video is gonna get... How many views is this gonna get? Hey, Riley Grace, how you doing? How many views does this video get? 37,400 fucking views. Jesus Christ. The grift! Just sitting there reading off an article and getting offended at it. Because, oh, White Lives Matter is offensive now. Why? Do White Lives not matter? Yeah, fuck off, dude.
Offensive banner. White Lives Matter is an offensive sentence.
Yes. When your response to Black Lives Matter is, yeah, well, White Lives Matter, then yeah, there's probably some motivations behind that we need to look into, right? Why is it relevant? If there are problems that very specifically and almost exclusively affect black people disproportionately, and people are saying, hey, black people have this issue, and a bunch of white people come out and their response is, White Lives Matter, then yeah, maybe we need to look at their intentions and the message behind the statement. Because, listen, words have more meaning than just what they say. Certain catchphrases, certain taglines have a meaning behind them. White Lives Matter, when it is used by the majority of people that use it, means black lives don't matter. I hate to say it, but I mean, that's just the case.
Yes, really. This in no way represents what Burnley Football Club stands for, and we will work fully with the authorities to identify those responsible and take appropriate action. Can we all, just regardless of which side of the political divide we are on, can we all just agree that things may have gone a little bit far when we are willing to and expected to fully, no questions, no holds barred, condemn the statement White Lives Matter?
I wonder how this guy would feel about ACAB or 1312, you know? 1312. If I just started commenting 1312 or flew a big banner over a football stadium that said 1312, how this guy would react. He would be like, anti-cop, leftist hate speech flew over the stadium the other day, and now this is very upsetting. These leftist loonies are trying to I don't know what he would say about it. He'd be offended by it, to be completely sure. And then we'd just be like, oh, it's just 1312. Oh, it's just four numbers. 1312. Why are you so offended by it? It's just numbers. Like, what is it? Numbers are offensive now? That would be that would be That would be the argument there.
When that in no way represents this football club, apparently. Have things gone just a little bit out of hand? Just a hint. I mean, just as a
Chat, do I speed up the video? One, if I speed it up to like 125 or 1.5. Two, if I just keep it at the normal speed, because he's not. We're 2 minutes in and he hasn't said anything yet. We're 2 minutes in, and he's just reiterating himself over and over again. Okay, chat says 1.5. All right.
As a side note here, this, of course, in no way is any kind of a comment on a certain company's campaign or statement recently, but here at my channel at ArchWarhammer,
I have no idea what he's referencing here. This has nothing to do with a certain company's campaign or statement recently. I have no idea what he's referencing. Does it have to do with like the company that makes Warhammer? Like being progressive or something like that? I assume that's maybe what he's referencing. He's not saying what it is on purpose. Games Workshop, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I literally know nothing about like Warhammer shit, so I really don't know.
I am of the opinion that it's for everyone. A hobby
Warhammer's for everyone, even white males. Oof, wow. Imagine being such a fucking snowflake that you feel like anytime an issue that is, it's really funny. Anytime an issue that acknowledges the plight of a particular group in this country, or in the world, really, comes up, white people get really offended and feel like they need to say, well, white lives matter too, yeah, oh, Warhammer is for everyone, even white males. Like, getting super offended and sad about it, like they feel left out. Like, imagine being such a snowflake. Why are they so offended by this stuff? Unless they're racist. That could be a reason for why they're offended, but, you know. I would never call someone a racist without evidence.
is for literally everyone, regardless of your race, your religion, your creed, your sexuality, and even, indeed, for apparently one of the most hated groups of people around, white people.
That's a real laugh. That's a real laugh right there. White people are one of the most hated groups around. Oh, hey, dude, you got me. You got a citation for that one? Because I have a citation for black people being some of the most, I guess you could say, hated people in America, or at least having it really fucking bad. And everything from the court system to schooling to housing to like prisons to everything. Like I have citations for my positions. You got one for yours? Do you really think white people are the most hated people around? I don't know about that one, dude.
It's not even me saying it.
Oh my god, he's still doing it. That's not what a real laugh sounds like. I know what a real laugh sounds like. This isn't his real laugh. I would bet everything on it.
It's the independent and a football club, apparently. And also, to identify those responsible and take appropriate action. Tell me, Burnley, what is the appropriate action for the sentence, White Lives Matter? How big of a fine are we talking about here from the authorities? £800, perhaps? Or is a fine not good enough? What about jail time? Is jail time an appropriate punishment? If so, how many years, Burnley and the Independent? How many years? Or maybe jail just isn't good enough. Do they have...
What do they... Like, it might be a fine or something? Or like a warning? Like a ticket? They flew what is mostly recognized to be like a form of like I don't know where this was. Where's Burnley? Does anybody know? Is this like America or something? Pennsylvania? I assume this is Pennsylvania, right? So it's not America. They'll probably get like a fine for flying a plane with a banner over private property. Maybe? I don't know. Probably a warning? They must have done something illegal if they're getting authorities involved, right? We have free speech here in America. There's no hate speech laws, so flying this over the school definitely like isn't illegal just because of what it says. They probably broke a law by flying a banner over their school. They probably flew it like super low or something. Like the only reason they would get the law involved is if there was a law broken.
Have the death penalty in the UK? Or can we at least agree that that might be a little bit too severe? God.
I'm gonna kill myself. on stream right now. I'm going to swallow this thing. I'm going to swallow this thing of chapstick so it can clog up my intestines and I can just choke to death and die if I have to hear him do that fake laugh one more time. It's so fake and it's so cringy, and somehow it's even more obnoxious when it's sped up to 1.5 times speed.
Oh, Jesus. How did we arrive at this? And to move on, this is another one, of course, here. White Lives Matter banner should not be ignored. Football must continue to reject racism. Yes, I agree. Football should continue to must confront the far-right sentiment. Oh, never mind.
No. White Lives Matter is a far-right sentiment. It is a response to Black Lives Matter, implicitly saying Black lives don't matter, only white lives do. That is how it is used. That is where the term was pioneered from. Literal white supremacists and Nazis. Not like, oh, I'm an SJW calling these people white supremacists and Nazis with no reason. No, these people proudly call themselves white supremacists and Nazis. The people who pioneered that statement. This isn't just coming out of nowhere.
Never mind. Of course. Of course that was the kicker, wasn't it? Oh. So, stand back and consider it. A far-right statement was flown over a Premier League football stadium. White Lives Matter is a far-right statement. And
yes.
Not only that, no.
Yes, that is the intention of the phrase, of the slogan. It was pioneered and popularized by literal, open, not even me saying it, they admit it, neo-Nazis who believe the Jews control the world and black people are bad and inferior to white people. They want a white ethno-state. They're proud and open about these opinions. These are the people who pioneered and popularized this phrase.
Genuinely isn't too far removed from Lazio Ultras printing stickers of Anne Frank. Yes. Nazi death camp and the killing of a small Jewish girl and the sentence White Lives Matter.
Ah, yes. Hey, hey. What is the Nazi number? 1488? Is that the one? I may be wrong. What's the Nazi number? Chat, help me out. 1488. Yeah. Oh, hey, 1488 is just a 1488 is just a sequence of numbers, right? Like nothing bad about that, right? You know? Ah, but wait. 1488 is a combination of two popular white supremacist numeric symbols, because guess what? Nazis and white supremacists like to use dog whistles to obfuscate their views. Because if people knew that they're Nazis, they'd get shit for it. Oh yeah, I'm citing the ADL though, so yeah, I guess it's the Jews, right? We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. Hey, there's the 14 words. Hey, guys, this is just a statement. This is just a statement. Why are you guys so offended by words? We must secure an existence for our people and a future for white children. This is just a sequence of words. Why are you guys so offended by it? That's far right? How are words far right, chat? What are you talking about? They're just words. It's just a sentence. How is that far right? How can you compare that to death camps during the Holocaust? Okay.
Interchangeable. It's great. Yes, yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely, unquestionably. Why not? It's in the Independent, so surely it must be correct, right? And this is the deeply problematic football league here, by the way. It's a deeply racist and problematic football league, where apparently all of the Premier League...
Wait, apparently this is the UK or Europe or something? Because they're saying football instead of... I thought this is Pennsylvania, because I saw like a little... There was like a little quote about the thing. It said PA, and I always assume that's Pennsylvania, because America is the only country that exists or matters.
Have agreed to take a knee. Not just the players, but the staff as well. All of them have agreed to take a knee and wear the name Black Lives Matter on their shirts. I can see the racism all right.
What? What is he talking about? Is he just like inventing... Is he just like inventing something to be mad about now? What is he talking about? I have no idea what he's referencing here. I don't know anything about like Britbonger bullshit, okay? I have no idea what he's referencing.
It really is quite blatant. If you... Oh, actually, no, never mind. Never mind. No, with the White Lives Matter banner, I actually can't see the racism. Never mind, sorry. I was about to say, like, that doesn't seem very racist, but no, it kind of does, doesn't it? So, of course, the
Wait, what? Wait, is he, like, admitting that he actually... I assume he's being sarcastic. Is he, like... Does he actually realize how it could be racist now? Is he gonna, like, backtrack on everything he said the last 5 minutes and 25 seconds of the video? Or I assume he's being
The reasoning
sarcastic.
for this, they claim, is Black Lives Matter. The message is a specific response to the systematic and institutional historic victimization the black community has had to suffer, so distilled by the death of George Floyd. Now here's the thing. I have not seen a single person, not a one, argue against the sentiment that Black Lives Matter. The thought, the...
Okay, my dude, you haven't seen a single person. You haven't seen a single person argue against the sentiment of Black Lives Matter. Okay. Okay, I'll believe you.
idea, the principle that Black Lives Matter. Everyone agrees. Life matters. All life matters. Yellow, white, black, orange, doesn't matter. It's life, and we maintain...
This guy's like an actual white nationalist, though, right? Like, I swear I watched Vosh's coverage of one of his videos, and he was arguing for a white ethno-state. I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy argue for a white ethno-state. So I don't think it is lost on him the meaning of White Lives Matter. I don't think the meaning of that statement is lost on him. I think he's being purposefully obtuse.
That is sacred. This is not a controversial opinion. Oh, well, I guess it is now, but nobody disagrees with that. And
He's pretending he doesn't know what White Lives Matter means. He's pretending he doesn't know what that means right now. He knows what it means.
I have yet to see anyone go like, oh yes, the George Floyd thing, that was entirely justifiable. No.
What? Hey dude, hey my guy, you wanna see some people doing that? Go to the comments of my video about it. Go to the comments of my video, on Stefan Molyneux's reaction to George Floyd's killing. Go to my, that was the Ahmed Aubrey one. Yeah, go to the comments of that one. Read about it. You'll see a bunch of people in the comments saying Ahmed Aubrey and George Floyd fucking deserved it. Shit tons of them. It's a shit ton of comments. Go there. Go there. Go to the comments right now. You can see it. They're fucking everywhere. I guarantee you're probably one of them. I swear I've seen you argue basically for a white ethno-state. Only use like Warhammer characters and races instead of like white people and black people to like dog whistle what you believe.
Everyone agrees. The cop fucked up massively. He messed up big time. That was a terrible arrest, and it ended in the...
Well, no, he fucked up years ago when he decided to become a cop. He fucked up when he joined the force. That was when he fucked up.
Worst possible way, and the book should be thrown at him with all due velocity. No one disagrees. And yet, the overreach... Because here's the thing. Black Lives Matter, that sentiment, no one disagrees. But Black Lives Matter, the movement...
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I disagree with that. Plenty of people disagree with that. Although, a lot of people who have disagreed with that have lost their jobs. Or on the internet have simply just gone, you just delete us. Because you're not allowed to. And it is because it seems to be a far-left Marxist movement. And indeed, yes, Black Lives Matter...
Black Lives Matter is a far-left Marxist movement? I literally argued against, like, people trying to co-opt the Black Lives Matter movement to say it's about communism earlier. When it's pretty explicitly just about, like, anti-racism. I mean, I agree. Being against racism is a thing the left does. That is a left thing. The right is pro-racism. You got me there. The right does love racism. The right is pretty damn racist. So you got me there. Black Lives Matter, the anti-racism movement is left wing. I'll admit it. Yeah, I'm against racism, chat. He got me. I don't like racism. And the right does. He got me.
The movement does seem to be racist. Otherwise, why on God's good green earth would we take such offense at a banner saying White Lives Matter? Because surely that argument...
Because phrases and statements have meanings to them outside of just what the words put together with no context means. The world's kind of a complex place, you know? It's not like a video game where everything is just like very like narrow, straight, like, you know, black and white. There's nuances and context to statements and the way the world works. The world's kind of complicated. It's not that simple.
It goes both ways. Oh, you shouldn't be offended by the saying Black Lives Matter. Okay, well, you shouldn't be offended by the statement White Lives Matter. It should be the precise same statement, de facto, and
well,
yet...
it's not, because white people aren't, like, actually under attack for anything, and black people explicitly are under attack for being black. by racists and by systemic racism, which is literally backed up by the entirety of the academic community. I already brought up the research document. If you want, you can go to Vosh's website right now and type in !doc and it'll come up, because I don't have it on my website because Pitbot got banned because I don't like it banning people for spamming. And you can read the document yourself, shit ton of data about it. Like, this isn't an issue that white people are facing. That's why.
It clearly is not. And just to point out as well, this is, again, in my opinion, a racist movement, because it pushes racist agendas and it achieves racist goals. In California, just yesterday,
the Black Lives Matter movement is racist. All right, hit me up, my dude.
They voted to repeal a law, to remove a law.
Repeal, to remove.
That banned the state from discriminating based on race, color, sex, anything. The state was not allowed to discriminate on these bases. They repealed that law. They removed that law because they wished to privilege certain groups based upon those characteristics.
What do you say? It was California? I need a citation on this one. We have to look it up.
Color, sex, anything. In California, just yesterday, they voted.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what he's referencing. Wait, he would agree with this, right? It wasn't a anti-discrimination, it was overturning a direct action, or not direct action, why am I thinking direct, affirmative action thing. It was affirmative action, not wait, oh my god. This guy's so fucking stupid. If he'd done even the slightest bit of research about this, he'd agree with it. Because basically everybody, even the people on the right, don't like affirmative action because it helps, or they think it helps black people and stuff like that. But, they repealed a law. They banned affirmative action. Or no, they overturned a ban on affirmative action. Okay, so he would disagree with it. Wait, so it wasn't them repealing a law that was against discrimination. They overturned a ban on affirmative action. So they unbanned affirmative action. That is considered repealing a law against discrimination. Ah, love to see it. I love this dude's intellectual honesty.
To repeal a law, to remove a law that banned the state from discriminating based on race, color, sex, anything. The state was not allowed to discriminate on these bases. They repealed.
That's not what affirmative action is. That is a childish depiction of what affirmative action is.
Repealed that law. They removed that law because they wished to privilege certain groups based upon those characteristics. This is the modern day.
Notice how he's not mentioning the exact example. He's not like saying what actually happened. He's just like vaguely gesturing at a thing that happened. Like, oh yeah, California repealed a law that bans, discrimination. They want to be able to discriminate against white people. In reality, it was just overturning a ban on affirmative action. Something that happens like all over the country already. Like, this is nothing new. This happens all over the world. It has its negative downsides. It's not perfect. But it's a thing that's been happening for a while. This isn't like a terrible thing.
An anti-racist movement. It is the one that is repealing anti-discrimination laws and is stating...
Wait, are like the lawmakers in California, are they like BLM protesters? Did they like go there and then vote to overturn that law? Or that ban? And then go out and like march with BLM a little later? Is that what happened? Or are they just politicians doing what politicians do? Voting for what they think... Like implementing legislation that they think will get them reelected. Just, they're doing their jobs. What are you talking about?
Bold as brass that we wish to discriminate in a positive manner. How, again, on God's good green earth, can that be viewed as anything but racism? It's ridiculous.
She got me, dude. The white people are the true victims of racism in 2020.
And again, I have tried so hard just not to comment on any of this shit because it appears to be genuinely dangerous to speak about this on social media or various platforms.
It's so dangerous. Guys, you want to know how dangerous it is to speak about this on public platforms? You might end up getting over 100,000 subs, making a shit ton of money, and having shit tons of views, and then getting platformed in all sorts of like reactionary leaning popular podcasts like the Cold Ones podcast and Joe Rogan, all that. Like, oh yeah, it's really, really dangerous to express these views on the internet these days. Like, you might actually just like end up becoming a millionaire because it's such an effective grift. Like, it's really dangerous, chat. It's really, really dangerous these days.
Seem to be at a risk of actually being deleted for this. And yeah, it's just, this has gone too far.
This doesn't happen unless like your masks slip. You guys, like, I'll admit, you guys do have to constantly dog whistle and like keep the mask on to keep yourselves from getting banned most of the time, but as long as you keep the mask at least a little bit on and you obscure your real beliefs behind dog whistles and euphemism enough, you generally get away with it the majority of the time. Like, it's pretty rare, and actually a pretty big instance of us celebrating when it actually happens. I mean, just recently Gavin McInnes got banned. He had to start a terrorist organization that's literally dedicated to just being like going to protests and like beating up Antifa people and like lefty protesters. He had to start a terrorist organization to get banned off of YouTube, and I mean, it takes quite a bit. It's not quite as easy as you guys make it out to be.
Really do need to take a step back and just go like, no. Everybody cool your jets, relax, chill, calm down. It's fine. Nobody disagrees with Black Lives Matter, and so nobody should
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that, my dude?
disagree with White Lives Matter either. This is not a controversial statement, it's not problematic, it's not something you need to disavow. It is fine. It is okay to be white. Even now, it's not a problem. Or at least it shouldn't be. In the words of Martin Luther King, a riot is the language of...
No, I can't, guys, no. No, that's right. Nope! I cannot have a white nationalist quote Martin Luther King to me. A fucking socialist who, if Martin Luther King knew how many racists invoke his name, he'd be rolling in his fucking grave. The sheer fucking magnitude of white nationalists and racists and dumbfuck centrists that try to invoke Martin Luther King's name is absolutely fucking disgusting. It actually blows my mind. Holy shit. How much of a fucking smooth brain can you be? Oh my god. Yeah, I think this guy knows exactly what he's talking about, though. I think he knows what he's doing. Like, he's being willfully ignorant, right? Pretending he doesn't know, yeah, it's true, real Oreo YT. Regardless, like, I think this guy knows what he's doing. I think he knows what the message is behind it's okay to be white and white lives matter and all lives matter and all that. I think he knows what the message behind those statements are. And he's just pretending not to because it sounds better for his YouTube video if he says, why are these people so offended by the statement that white lives matter? Do they believe white lives don't matter? This is proof that white people are the most attacked, most hated group in America. Come on, dude. Really? Fucking really? How much of a fucking butthurt snowflake do you have to be? It's pathetic. It's embarrassing.